Well, hello there. In this particular situation, what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you how to play the different shaped shots into the flag. Now, the pin's tucked a little bit behind the bunker, so there's two sorts of shots that would be ideal here. There's quite a bit of breeze, and it is coming from behind me, so the high shot would be one shot that you want to play, or I could play a fade or a slice shot in there to go around the bunker. So the first shot I think I'll do is I'll show you how to play the high shot. So to play the high shot, what I do is I just happen to stand a little further away from the golf ball. Instead of standing my normal distance away from the ball, like this, what I'll do is I'll just stand a little bit further away from the golf ball. Now what that has a tendency to do is it allows the club shaft to come more in line as I come through the ball and I get the loft. If I was to play the club in closer to me, by playing the club face a little bit closer into me and standing a little taller, what will happen as I swing, I'll have more forward lean of the shaft so I can hit the ball lower. So if I want to hit it lower, I stand taller and I stand taller and allow the swing to naturally have more forward lean of the shaft. If I want to hit the ball further, all I do is just stand a little bit further away, bend over a little more, and now when I swing in, the club shaft to come more in line, less forward lean. You still want forward lean, but not as much for the high shot. Let me show you the high shot to start with. I've got about 145 yards to go to the pin, 130 yards to carry the bunker. So I'm going to hit the high shot. Now I'm just going to stand that little bit further away than normal, bend over a little more. And there we go, nice and high. I'm really happy with that one, straight at the pin, on the green about 15 feet to the right of the flag. So that's the high shot. Now from here, with the going over that bunker, the low shot's not the shot I'd play, but I might like to play a fade shot. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grip my 6-iron out of my bag, and when I get the 6-iron, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be able to fade it. The ball's not going to go as far, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the 6-iron. My caddy's going to bring me my 6-iron. Thank you very much, Jake. Now, a fade shot will go a lot less distance than a draw. When the pin's tucked in behind the bunker here, a draw shot would not be the shot, because firstly it'll go further, when it lands it'll run, and so therefore it won't get as close to the pin. 6-iron. Now for the fade shot, what I'll do is I'll play the ball a little further back in my stance, lean a little bit more on my front foot, and this standing fairly a little bit taller on the shot as well. Ball back in my stance, standing a little bit taller. What'll happen is I can get forward lean of the shaft, which means the club face won't close over. I'll be hitting with a descending blow, so that'll put more side or backspin on the ball as I come down. So let's see what we can do with this 6-iron. I'm going to aim a little bit left to the pin. Play the ball a little bit back in my stance. I'm aiming a bit left, ball back, standing a little bit taller than I was before. And there we are, fading back on the pin. That was a good shot, probably too good, just went a little bit past the pin, but definitely had the fade, and that's how you do it. Play the ball a little bit back in your stance, stand a little bit taller, and just make your normal swing. The club face will come in slightly open, you'll put the backspin and the side spin on the ball, and that's how you put your fade shot. Okay, so here I am on a different hole and in a different situation. Now we're playing into the wind, and here it's important to hit the ball lower into the wind so that it doesn't get up and float around in the sky. The other thing, the pin here is tucked a little bit on the left-hand side of the green, so the ideal shape is to aim a little bit to the middle of the green and draw it. The wind's pretty well straight into us, so what I want to do is play a low shot and this time I'll just play a straight low shot. So I'm going to take the 5-iron out, and just by playing it lower, it will keep it under the wind, and I'm just going to be able to easily get it to the flag. I won't be over forcing it. They always say into the wind, when it's breezy, swing easy. So what I'm going to do here, I'm also going to stand a little bit taller to hit this ball low and a little bit closer to it. Now when I do that, by standing taller and a little bit closer to the ball, I'll be able to have more forward lean of the shaft through the impact zone. So that's what's going to help me hit it low, and I'm going to play the ball a little bit back in my stance also. So that'll also help the forward lean of the shaft, de-loft the club and punch it into the flag. Nice and easy, breezy. When it's breezy, swing easy. Now, that ball's on the green. With the wind coming into me and it was coming out of the left-hand side, playing the straight shot or punch shot in here will have a tendency to slice off on the wind. So not only hitting the ball low is important here, if the wind's coming a little bit from the side, you've got to fight the wind. So I'm going to play the 6-iron and draw it as well as hit it low. The 6-iron, when I draw the ball, it's going to put a little extra distance on it, as well as playing it low is going to help it go a longer distance as well. Nice and relaxed. Calm mind, relaxed body. Deep breath is a good thing to do. So now, to hit that ball with a little bit of draw, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my normal swing, play the ball a little bit further back in the stance. I'm also standing a little bit closer to the ball. That'll help me hit it low as well. And here we go, I've hit a pretty good shot. And there it is, up on the green, about pin high, a birdie putt. Okay, so let's recap on those different shape shots that we've just gone over. First of all, if we want to hit the ball high, you'll definitely play the ball maybe a little bit further forward in your stance, but the big thing here is you'll stand a little more bent over and a little further from the ball. This will help have the club shaft come in more level. You don't want to come ahead, but you certainly don't want to have a forward lean too much. So ball a little bit further forward, standing further away, you'll be able to hit the ball high, more at the bottom of the arc. Now, if you want to hit the ball low, what you do is you stand a little bit taller. This, standing taller, play the ball back in your stance. If I stand tall and the ball's back in the stance a little, what will happen is I have much more forward lean of the shaft just naturally. I don't have to do anything except change that stance to have more forward lean, less loft on the club, it'll go in lower. Now, if I wanted to play the fade shot, what I need to do is I need to just open the club face a little in my hands and my grip, play the ball just a little bit back in the stance, and as I hit down, I just have to aim left of the target. So I take my normal stance. So when I take it from here, I bend from the hips. This just gives me my natural posture bend. Now for the fade shot, my club face is just a little bit open in the grip. I aim a little bit to the left and just make my natural swing. And the club face will come in a little bit open to the path, and I'll put the ball will start on the direction my feet are going, but it'll fade back to the flag. Now the draw ball or the hook shot, what we do is we just close the club face in the hands, take our normal stance, and aim a little bit. In this case, I'll aim a little bit to the right-hand side. and I'll swing just normally and swing out to the right. The club face closed will put the curl on the ball and it'll help bring it back to the flag. So you can play all sorts of variations in between just by adjusting the club face in your hands, adjusting how much bend you have and how far you stand away from the ball. High when you stand further away, you'll be able to hit it a lot lower when you stand closer and more upright. If you play the ball back in your stance, you'll have a tendency to hit a lot lower. A little bit further forward, you'll have it high. So go out there and have some fun, experiment on the driving range. When you get out in the golf course like this, not too many people around, you can probably hit a couple of shots, but have a lot of fun. Learn to control the ball. The fun in the game is the art of spinning the ball, and that's where you'll get your game in a lot better shape and your handicap will come down.